Axe the bedroom tax!
Tories, stop! Off our backs!
Axe the bedroom tax!
Tories, stop! Off our backs!
Axe the bedroom tax!
Stop the Tories and their tracks!
Axe the bedroom tax!
Today, for me, it's about the people saying that housing and a decent home should be a human right for everybody. Everyone in the society has the right to have a house that meets their needs, and it's wrong to force people out of their homes, and that's what the bedroom tax is about. It's about forcing people to give up homes that they don't want to leave. It's a penalty on people, and I think people should have the right to stay in their homes, and they should have the right to decent social housing.
I'm Sadie Docherty. I'm the Law Provost of Glasgow. I think it's a very unfair tax. I don't think it's been thought through the implications of the bedroom tax. They've already had to change a couple of the decisions, as you're probably aware, regarding people with disabilities and kinship carers, etc. So I think it just goes to prove that it was an ill thought out policy that has been introduced regarding the bedroom tax.
I think they're trying to scapegoat people who are in benefits. I think they're trying to shift the blame for the economic crisis we've got to people who are in benefits. They're trying to get that across in the media, and so that it's easy to attack people who are in benefits, and it deflects from the fact that they've given 66 billion to the Scottish banks.
I think it's to do with problems that supposedly exist down in London about overcrowding in social housing. But even there, it doesn't make any sense. It's a solution to a problem that doesn't work, to a problem that doesn't exist, basically. And up here, certainly, it's absolute madness because there just don't exist the one-bedroom properties for people to move into. And the idea that it's going to solve overcrowding, I mean, most of the people who are in one-bedroom properties who could be affected by it down in England are actually pensioners who are exempt anyway. So it's all about, the government has built up these kind of myths about people living in mansions on housing benefit, and it's just not true. It's just an excuse to punish the poor and to take money away from the poorest people. And it's committed by people who have loads of houses with multiple rooms. Nick Clegg this morning, I read he's spending the weekend in a 20-bedroom mansion in Davos. So it shows you how much they know about social housing, or people that do stay in wee houses that maybe need an extra room.
We say fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
Well, they say it's to do with cutting, trying to save money, but they're hitting the poorest to the poor. They're hitting people that are on benefits, people, and they can't afford it. It doesn't make sense. It's completely. They're going to put us away back. People are going to go right below the poverty line. More people are going to be homeless. Going to have people on the street. There's going to be more crime. They don't realise what they're doing. It's absolutely crazy. It doesn't make sense.
I've got an extra wee spare room, and I just actually got the house a year and a half ago after being homeless for 3 years. So now they're wanting an extra £40 a month off me.
I think we're going to see homelessness. I mean, I'm part of the Housing Association, and I've written to them to ask what their attitude is going to be if they're going to evict people. They're going to evict people. We're going to have people sleeping on the subway. We're going to have people sleeping in the railway tracks where I live, underneath the motorway bridges, because where else are they going to go? If you get evicted from social housing, there is nowhere else to go. And if you've got arrears, you're not going to get another social housing property. So we're going to end up to the bad old days. It's going to go to the 30s again, people sleeping in the streets. Masses of people actually being turned out of their homes, and some of them with kids.
There's a lot of people out there that they actually, I need a 2-bedroom house myself, because I've got my grandchildren coming to stay sometimes. They can't come because I've only got 1 bedroom. So, and the way the new rules are working, I'll never be able to get them up to stay, you know what I mean? So we can't even look for a bigger house.
Head crying.
There's not enough wee 1-bedroom.
Come on, sing up, axe the bedroom tax. Come on.
And what I've been reading, there's a council down in England somewhere, in Nottingham or somewhere, they're actually reclassing their 2-bedroom houses as 1-bedroom houses to get rid of it. So I think other councils should listen to and look and see what's happening there and follow suit.
There is nothing I can do about this tax. I have to pay off sickness benefits. I've been in my house for nearly 9 years. The Glasgow housing landlords, the corporate, they don't build 1-bedroom flats. So most people are in 2-bedroom flats.
There's never been enough 1-bedroom houses, never. So what's going to make it any better now?
I've had friends in tears because they don't know where they're going to get the money from. Because if they're on sickness benefits, then they're at a stretch.
I work with West Glasgow Against Poverty. We're seeing it already, people coming across the door, totally terrified about the bedroom tax, and seeing the fact that's going to, have on people is quite scary. I had someone I was speaking to who was worried about the bedroom tax, wanting to move to a smaller property. She'd gone to a housing association and they said, no, you're already in rent arrears, so we can't give you a house swap. So she's just like, but I'm going to get into more rent arrears. So there's like so many ridiculous situations that haven't even been thought of in the legislation that are just going to cause absolute misery for people.
People have got their houses, old ladies are staying in their houses and they've got to pay extra for rooms that they've got. They can't figure out. They've been in their houses for years. And you've got to find an old lady out, so you've got to pay for the extra rooms.
I don't go in demonstrations, but this really got my vote. Let's carry on with the bedroom tax. So that's why I came here today.
Really good demo today, really good size. Need to be going on from this, getting local groups going, and actually sort of building opposition to this in the communities and amongst the people it's affected.
If this is back to the days of Red Clydeside with the rents going up, no evictions and the sheriff's officers coming in, then so be it. But the Tory government, the coalition have got to be defeated. I think it's much easier now with social media. I think we can set up a huge campaign that at a moment's notice can get information out as soon as anybody's threatened with eviction. And I think anybody who's in that situation, particularly if they're sitting alone, we need to get the message across that they can plug into a whole load and network of people who are supporting them and who will come to their aid.
Everyone that's got any power over this situation needs to act. They've got a responsibility to act. So the government in London should get rid of it. The government in Edinburgh should establish a national no evictions policy for Scotland, and all the councils should say they're not going to evict anyone. If any of them let us down, if any of them fail us, then we'll be left with no choice. It'll be the people that will have to enforce a no evictions policy, and that's what will happen. It's happened before and it'll happen again.
They can throw you out like that now. You know what I mean? So the minute you start going into rent arrears, within 3 months, the housing associations and all that round about here, they're going to be on your case to get rid of you. I think the good thing about it is because when all these changes come in, we're all having to pay our rent direct. Now that gives us a fighting tool. We can withhold rents to fight it. It actually gives us a tool to fight, whereas before we've got no leg to stand on. I think the Tories have made a boob in that respect because they've gave us, as I say, a bit of armour, and we can fight back with this, and we can use cash to fight it. You'll not remember, you're too young, years and years ago, you had a lot of moonlights, everybody flitting, because they were getting into rent arrears, they couldn't afford to pay the rent and feed the wains. We're going back to that.
If a society ignores a penalty against its weak and vulnerable, terrible things can happen. It says a little bit we've still got our humanity. And there's loads of other fights around the world we should be supporting. This is a start.